Vampires, undoubtedly the greatest tribe in Magic the Gathering. The power they possess is greater than slivers, greater than zombies, greater than even humans. Okay, well maybe not humans. And this makes them one of the most fun to play in all of Magic. Today's deck tech is about the best commander of this amazing tribe. So you may be thinking this is Edgar Markov, but then you're thinking, the title said Olvia. So yes, this is Olvia Voldaren. So why should we not play Edgar? Isn't he just better in every way? Gives you access to a bigger card pool, is more aggressive, is generally considered just better, includes everyone's favourite balanced mechanic, Eminence, and so on. Well, Edgar has a few drawbacks. This deck is semi-budget, able to be picked up for a little under $150. And Edgar himself comes in at around $20, along with being in 3 colours, meaning a primarily basic mana base is unreliable. Edgar also leans towards a much more aggressive strategy, which goes against quite a few of the strongest vampires, who instead lean towards a grindy mid-range strategy. All stars like Twilight Prophet and Necro Regent, and Bloodline Keeper want you to keep dragging out the game and get repeatable value. Olvia is a mana seed and pseudo removal combined in the command zone. Pairs much better with this strategy than Edgar swing for 15 on turn 3 Markov. So, as I said before, the deck utilizes a mid-range strategy. We play threats and value engines that will generate us more resources than they cost us, and hopefully we can grind out our opponents through advantage engines such as Bloodline Keeper, Twilight Prophet, and Calistria Highborn. The second part of our strategy is removal. We don't run an excessive amount of removal, but we certainly run a fair bit, and our commander can double as removal, able to ping down smaller creatures and steal bigger ones. The deck plays a lot of 3 and 4 drops, and can be quite mana hungry, often wanting to cast multiple spells in one turn and activate Olvia's ability. Because of this, we play a fair amount of artifact ramp, just to let us cast a few of our big spells a bit quicker, and the amazing Nokana Revenant, because mana doublers are fun and balanced cards. We have a few card advantage engines in Underworld Connections, which is basically a budget Phyrexian arena, the chaotic and crazy but slightly off flavour Sunbird's Invocation, and Outpost Siege, which is basically an extra card a turn. So that's our card advantage in ramp. Now we're mid-range, so we really need an engine in this deck, and we've got one. It's pretty simple. Play tribal synergies, such as Cordial Vampire, Olvia Mobilize for War, and Captivating Vampire, to turn your tiny 1/1s into enormous beaters. That's really what it is. What did you expect for some sort of elaborate combo that could win the game on the spot? The closest we've got is a turn 2 Necropolis region. So why this deck? It's got vampires, yeah, but why is it individually fun? What does it give us that humans don't? Well, vampires have a few upsides. They give a focus on getting counters from attacking, creatures dying, or anything really. Lots of counters. Instead of a wide board with lots of counters on each, vampires focus on getting a few of your creatures really big. And yeah, we can get all our other creatures big, but we focus more on getting evasive attackers to huge sizes. For example, the Haunt of Hightower, it flies, which is already a point in its favour, and it can get really big really quickly. Combine this with Cordial Vampire, and it gets 2 counters whenever something dies. Combine it with removal spell like Murderous Rider, or cards that make people sacrifice creatures like Voldaren Pariah, and now it's getting big really quickly. Combine this with Sangromancer, and you can gain a load of life. Now you've got a big threat and a bunch of life. That's what this deck does. Every individual card works well with any of the other cards. So you might say, but that's one card, and a mythic rare at that. So let's go with a very vanilla card, Vampire of the Daimyo. It's a simple card. The only synergies are Lords, right? Well, yeah, it synergizes with Lords, but it's also Sacrifice for Voldaren Pariah, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord, or Yoheni Undying Partisan, and can be discarded to Anye Falconwrath to find new cards later on in the game, and it can stop people from attacking you in fear of their big creatures dying. They both have tons of synergies and multiple uses. This is what our deck is built around. Little synergies like these that let us slowly build up enough advantage to overwhelm our opponents with a tide of blood-sucking boys, or, their creatures. Because this deck is kind of a toolbox like that. We have lots of different effects that all harmonize into one big vampire party. Because there ain't no party like a vampire party. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.